Hello. All right. Come on in, people. Sorry I'm a little late. Just a little. Hello, hello. I'm excited. Women, the Power of the Mind Women's Group. I am finally on. Let me know if you guys can hear me as you come in. All right, here we go. So I am on today because I told my Power of the Mind Women's Group on IM that I would jump on today just real quickly, not for long. Just to briefly do an introduction as to what's going on and what I'm doing. And I am super excited about this move that God is directing me in right now. I am super excited about my book, and just excited about everything that God is doing right now in my life. So just to give a little bit of an introduction as to what the book is about. The Power of the Mind is basically to help the people of God, especially women, to understand that they have to have the mind of Christ. And there are guides in the book as to how to do that. You have to take on the mind of Christ as you develop a relationship with Him. I don't want to, like I said, give too much information, but I just wanted to kind of come on just to give an introduction a little bit about it, because this week God instructed me to start a group called the Power of the Mind's Women's Group, and it's been very exciting and awesome, all in the same. So it's just time, for me to really start listening to the voice of God and being obedient when He speaks, no matter how uncomfortable or scared I am or all the above. Sometimes God will make us get out of our comfort zone, and that is exactly what He's doing with me right now. So these women, this women's group, very powerful women of God. We have a group from Seattle, Washington. My beauties is what I call them. My beauties, my beauty queens. And we have a few here in Columbus, Ohio as well. So what we are doing is we are connecting like maybe once a week just to touch base and hopefully be able to encourage each other. Because I think a lot of times in this life, women, we have to come together and encourage each other. We got to get better. That's why I call every woman beautiful all the time, especially on Facebook, because we are beautiful. We're beautifully and wonderfully made. And I think that the more women support each other, the stronger the power of God can really, truly fall in our lives. So I just want to go into a little detail of the topic of love. I said I was going to go into that. And also, if you want to be a part of the group, you just let me know. Because right now, we only have just a set couple powerful women of God. But you just let me know, and then I'll just add you to the group, and we can go from there. Like I said, the only thing I'm going to be doing is just jumping on once a week and doing a live video probably once a month, because we just need it. We need encouragement. We need to know that we can make it. We need to we need to be encouraged. And when God puts a lot in you and you keep it to yourself, you're not allowing your gift to flow. So everything that is within me, I want to share. I want to be a blessing to the women of God. And that's why I'm writing my book, and I'm actually almost finished. I just don't know what avenue I'm going next with it, as far as editing and different things like that. So please keep me in your prayers on that. But I'm just really excited about this move and this fellowship and this uncomfortable position that God is putting me in. So that's pretty much where we are with that. But I just wanted to talk real quickly about love. I think that we would have more successful marriages and relationships if us women would love ourselves first. Learn how to love ourselves. And the only way that we can allow someone else to love us is if we learn how to love ourselves. And in my single life, I was single longer than I was married, or have been married. And in my experience, it truly opened my eyes before I got married, when I was ready, that I had to learn how to love me. I had to know who I was from the inside out. Nobody's perfect. We all have issues. But if we learn how to love ourselves, then we can allow someone else to love us. And it'll be easier for someone else to love us. And my personal opinion, I believe it starts with the woman, because we are either a peacemaker or a peace breaker of our homes. And I know with me, I can be mouthy sometimes, and I know that women, we can be very strong-headed and very opinionated and all the above, but sometimes it takes hush mouth grace to truly keep the peace in your home, because we are our mate's peace. Our husband, we should be their peace. And that means that if there's situations going on where you see that there's an argument starting, sometimes the best thing to do is to be quiet and let them finish their thoughts or finish whatever they're saying, and go into prayer right then and there. Because you don't always have to pray out loud. It can be in the spirit realm. And that's one thing that I'm practicing in my marriage. It's very difficult sometimes, because you want to get the last word, or you want to say what you have to say. And if you say what you have to say, then it may not come out the way that you really want it to come out. But that's what learning is about, learning yourself. And as you get to learn yourself and love yourself, and sometimes even date yourself before you get married, that's the best thing. I lived on my own for 10 years before I got married. And that, I'm going to say, was the best thing I could have ever done for me. Every woman is different. But for me, that was the best thing that I could have done. I needed to know first and foremost that I can make it on my own. And it built confidence in me in that area that I needed personally. So you just have to really learn, know, grow, love yourself. You have to love yourself. A lot of times pastors will talk about that we need to build a relationship with Christ. Yes, that's true. But we also, in doing that, have to be extremely open to allowing God to show us who we are inside out, and be open to change. Because if you're not open to change, you're not willing to change yourself, then the question is, and I hope I don't get anyone upset, but the true question is that you need to ask yourself, those that are single and waiting, is it truly um, that I haven't, or my mate hasn't found me, or is it that I'm not ready? You know, you have to really make sure that you ask yourself questions um, that pertain to you, because you have to be ready emotionally, spiritually, physically, and all the above. So, is it your fault that you're not married yet in your waiting process? Are there things in you that you know you need to change, but you're not open and willing to change? You have to really make sure that we dig deep. You know, I know that the waiting process is very difficult. It is so difficult for a lot of women, and we end up settling for less than the best. That's why we end up in relationships that don't last, because we say, well, whatever. I just give up. I'm tired of being by myself. But when you get in the mind of God, when you get a relationship with him and you get to learn who he really is, honey, when he turns that thing back around to you and starts showing you things that you need to change, then you just need to be submissive to that and get yourself prepared, get yourself ready. Stay in the face of God like you never have before, because it's going to take him to get you ready. It doesn't just happen overnight. So we have to just dig deep. And once we do all of that, then we'll be able to say, okay, I love me. I love all my issues. I love me. I love my growth. I love my change. I love me. But like I said, that takes time. So as we embark upon this adventure with the Power of the Mind Women's Group, I am super excited about what God is doing in this season. I haven't had the opportunity to even sit down and talk to my best friend about it, because everything's been so crazy and we just haven't had a chance to talk. But I'm going to do that, Angela Brown Lewis. We're going to talk. But I'm just excited because I don't know if anyone has ever experienced where God has put something so deep inside of you that you are almost at that place of birthing that thing. And I have not had any children as of yet. But with that being said, in the spirit realm, I can only imagine being able to birth something that God has given you deep down on the inside. And it is a amazing experience. I'm like I said, I'm ecstatic about what God is doing. And I just can't wait to see the finished product of it all. I will be having the Power of the Mind Women's Conference after the book is released, prayerfully, next year, more than likely. So I'm just really excited about that, and book signing and all that good stuff. I'm just ready for what God has for me. But I couldn't sleep on this anymore, is what I'm trying to say. I couldn't not do this for you all. Many women reach out to me all the time on IM, text message, and all the above. Can you pray for me, sis, about something? And most of the time it's pertaining to relationships. In my little young life, yes, I know I'm young, but honey, when I tell you I've been through some things, when it comes to relationships, I've been through some things. Very serious, heartbreaking things that I won't discuss just yet, but you'll be able to read it in the book. So, like I said, I'm just excited. This is my first kind of like an introduction to the Power of the Mind. And those of you that know the words of prayer, keep me in prayer, because I feel like, well, my husband spoke to me, and this was very powerful this week. He said the enemy is going to come in and he's going to try to discourage you. He's going to do this and that. Not everybody is going to be for what you're doing, because you have haters. You have people that are going to sit back and say, well, man, what about me? Or what have you. So with that being said, keep me in your prayers. Those of you that truly know the words of prayer, keep my name lifted before you, because I feel a shift. And as God allows me to birth this baby, the power of the mind, I know that there are going to be many women that are truly going to be blessed by this thing. And the enemy is going to be angry. But I don't care anymore. I have to be in the divine will of God. So keep me in your prayers and my women's group as always. Remember that I'm always praying for you. Always. I love you all. Until next time, be blessed.